And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm your good buddy, March 7th. Before we ever went to the Xianzhou, we'd heard about the war dance ceremony, and now look! I am currently on the Xianzhou Luofu, where the ceremony will be held, bringing you the first on-site report.
Hey, March 7th! Just because we're shooting outside doesn't mean you can do whatever you want! Stage etiquette, remember?
Don't worry, Albert. I recently started training under my new masters, and those moves you just saw were legit! And look at my outfit! Isn't it just so cute?
See, this is how an amateur host behaves! What kind of host starts showing off their outfit before they've even finished introduction?
How do you know the audience doesn't want to see this? Hey, chat, let us know how you feel about my outfit! Oh, thank you so much!
As a host with many years of experience, let me remind our amateur host, who's only done this twice, it's time to start the program!
Right. Up next, explore the Xianzhou with March 7th!
We're not on board yet!
Huh? All for just $19.99. This special discount is only available from the Interstellar Shopping Network.
What the heck have you been watching on the Xianzhou? Forget it. It's time for the expert to take over. What you learn? Play the trailer! Welcome everyone to the War Dances Knockout Stage, brought to you live. Both fighters are ready. The final showdown begins now.
Spicy, stimulating. Something ominous has arrived.
Welcome, Miss Lingshaw. I am Preceptor Tauron.
The disciples of Sanctus Minix. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again.
Indeed. I helped plot the prison break in the Shackling prison.
Faishal, the boys of Starscape Haven are crawling with wolf-like creatures. They're moving fast.
Hold them back! I will be there immediately!
I venture forth to hunt. I'll see the General's duty through till my last breath.
Inevitable!
Are you ready for your death, abomination?
Your water turns here. Iron's Claw, you have betrayed the Alliance. We both monsters have been born for war and die for war.
Pray that the arrows of the hunt will pierce the heart of every monster.
Welcome back to the version 2.5 Flying Aureus Shot to Lupine Rue special program. I'm sure you all are brimming with anticipation after seeing that trailer. With that in mind, let's send it back over to our correspondent on the Xianzhou and see what's been happening there. Hello, March 7th. March 7th,
Hello,
we're in the Xianzhou.
Albert.
March 7th,
yeah,
we're in the Xianzhou. Could you briefly describe to us? Seems like there's a little delay. How about this, March 7th?
Then I'll
Why
just
don't you
get
just say-
started.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
Dear viewers, I am at the venue where the war dance will take place, the Sky Splitter! Let me tell you a secret. It seems like something big will happen on the CùNg in this very spot. One of the...
March 7th? No, don't disconnect at the most important part, director! Turn it off now! We're having a little hiccup on our outdoor broadcast, so let me introduce the very special guest for today's program. The new Cauldron Master of the CùNg NhAu XeM's Alchemy Commission, lingXia!
I am lingXia. It's a pleasure to meet everyone.
The Merlin's Claw of the CùNg NhAu XeM, Fei Xiao!
Hi, everyone. General Fei Xiao is busy dealing with some very important things, so she asked the Luo Fu to have someone fill in for her.
And finally, the Shadow Guard of the CùNg NhAu XeM, Moza!
Here.
Let's once again welcome everyone with a warm round of applause. March 7th, are you there?
Are we back?
Looks like March might have a problem. Is it serious?
Looks like the issue hasn't been fixed yet. My deepest apologies to your guests.
Mr. Albert, there's no need to apologize. These things happen. We all understand. Please do not stress so much. It's not good for your health.
Miss lingXia is so right. Then let's just focus on our studio for now. At the end of the last version, some not-so-great things happened on the Luo Fu.
Mr. Albert, are you saying?
They've invited so many people to this war dance. It's a huge deal. How could something like a prison break in the shackling prison happen now?
Mr. Albert, let's suppose you wanted permission to exceed this program's budget. Would you follow all the right procedures to get your request approved? Or would you mix it in with a bunch of other applications the day before a public holiday?
How did you know
I just mean, the war dance, with the chaos of all the visitors from abroad, provides a similar opportunity for someone to take advantage of. Suppose, also, a little rabbit snuck into this studio. Would Mr. Albert let it hide and chew on the wires? Or would he put a few carrots on the table to try and catch it?
Rabbits don't chew on wires.
I think Miss lingXia is just using an analogy.
I get it. Setting up bait. Is this what General Jingyuan meant by wash away the dregs?
Let me see what speech the general left for me. It says we need to take this opportunity to give the Luo Fu a good cleanup? Is there some place on the Luo Fu that's dirty? Please be assured. The Cloud Knights have already arrived at the shackling prison to begin rescue efforts. General Fei Xiao will personally lead her troops in capturing the escaped Borisan criminals and ensure the safety of the surface of the Luo Fu. General Jing Yuan will go to the shackling prison and investigate how this incident played out, while General Huayan will assist with overseeing the affairs at the Luo Fu's 6 commissions.
Whew. Hearing the generals are involved makes me feel better already. But what about Mr. Zhao Cho? He's still with the Borisan.
General Fei Xiao says she knows Zhao Cho has his own reasons for doing this, whether it's to pin down the enemy or gather intelligence. Ooh, I hope Zhao Cho takes care of himself.
I'll find him. I promise.
Frozen green!
March 7th! Now is not the time!
If I may be so bold to ask, there's one thing I don't understand. If Hulei is the Foxian's greatest enemy, why hasn't the Yao Qing gotten rid of him in these past 700 years, but instead just sent people to visit him?
Apparently, it has something to do with never dying in eternal punishment or something. My notes suggest asking General Jing Yuan later. He's better at explaining these things.
It looks like Miss lingXia's questions will be cleared up in the Trailblaze Continuance Finest Duel under the Pristine Blue 2. The only thing left is the task of defeating Hulei.
Hey, March! Are you volunteering again?
Seems like it's not lagging anymore on my end. Can you hear me?
Ha! I can hear you.
Awesome. Where are we in the program now?
Where you defeat Hulei.
Huh?
All right, All right, that's enough jokes for now. The audience is getting impatient, Mr. Albert. Let's start the next segment.
As we all know, General Fei Xiao never loses in battle and is known as the vanquishing general in the Alliance. Today, we're lucky to get a look at the general's heroism in battle.
The general said,
Great victories are won by the whole army. It would be quite narcissistic and inappropriate of me to take all the credit.
Lacking general, lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals.
We can also add, lacking in care for others' opinions of her, lacking in respect for her doctor's advice, and lacking in peers when she's had too much to drink. That's what Zhao Cho said, and I agree.
Is that really true?
Everyone has their own way of doing things. I find this kind of general very interesting. But still, you should really listen to your doctor.
Uh-huh. Gotta follow the doctor's orders. The storyteller always talks about how General Fei Xiao leads the charge in battles. I just never thought she'd be so... What's the word again? Careless?
Carefree.
I heard the Verdant Knights of the Yaoqing are an elite force composed mostly of Foxians. They're the arrowheads in the hunt for abominations, and their fighting style is exactly like General Fei Xiao's.
I leave the strategizing to people like Jing Yuan and Yao Guang. My duty is to be the arrow that helps pierce the hearts of the enemy.
I've recently been learning some Xianzhou martial arts. Did General Fei Xiao leave any training secrets that you could share with me?
The general didn't mention anything. But according to Sushang, on the Yaoqing, they probably do 60 sets of strength exercises and then run 20 miles for cardio.
I think I underestimated the Yaoqing.
The general used to train me this way. It's not bad.
Isn't there a saying like, life lies in movement? Running makes you happy, so everyone should give it a try.
Only with the most extreme self-discipline can you become stronger than everyone else. Next, let's take a look at the general's heroism in battle. General Fei Xiao follows the path of the hunt and excels in all kinds of battles. Her basic attack and skill deal wind damage to the enemy using gun blades and a battle axe respectively. The general also works closely with her allies. After her teammates attack the enemy, Fei Xiao will launch a follow-up attack and increase the damage dealt to the enemy.
General Fei Xiao accumulates Flying Aureus after every certain number of attacks.
That's right. After she uses her skill, Fei Xiao will immediately trigger her talent's follow-up attack one time. When she uses her ultimate, Fei Xiao consumes 6 points of Flying Aureus and carries out a series of attacks on the enemy with her gun blades or battle axe. Then she strikes the enemy with a final blow. Flying Aureus can accumulate up to 12 points.
Different combat strategies are needed to deal with enemies in different states. For example, the gun blades deal more damage to weakness-broken enemies. But if the enemy is not weakness-broken, the battle axe deals more damage.
The Merlin's claw swooped down, striking the enemy with a force that could shatter the skies.
Flying Aureus is the spiritus bestowed upon the general by the rainbow. It's the source of her power and her duty.
The general's technique is also very unique. Using it during exploration increases her movement speed and pulls in multiple enemies within a certain radius. If the general attacks while in her technique state, the enemies pulled in will enter combat and she will deal damage to all of them. The general will also gain Flying Aureus points, and the more enemies pulled in, the higher her damage.
The Azure Dragon draws forward, and the Flying Aureus lies in wait. The grace of General Fei Xiao is truly admirable.
Let's just say she doesn't care what others think of her when she gets worked up.
We also have another little announcement. General Fei Xiao's animated short and myriad Celestia videos will be released soon. I'm really looking forward to them.
In version 2.5, General Fei Xiao will also introduce a brand new trial for the Trailblazers called Echo of War Inner Beast Battlefield.
Looks like our tradition of fighting friends wherever we go continues.
I smell the scent of blood. This flying Aureus state seems unusual.
Yes, the opponent in this trial is a shadow of the general, and an apparition of flying Aureus, ecliptic inner beast.
As the saying goes, if you know yourself and know your enemy, you will not lose in 100 battles. Before you take on the General's trial, I prepared an exclusive battlefield report for you. Ecliptic Inner Beast and Shadow of Fei Xiao have 3 phases. Ecliptic Inner Beast will join the battle starting from the second phase. Different parts of the beast can separately apply different debuffs to our team.
In battle, Shadow of Fei Xiao resonates with Ecliptic Inner Beast's parts. Resonate will cause the Inner Beast part's next action to be enhanced and greatly increase the threat they pose to the team. Shadow of Fei Xiao's ability deals massive damage to all targets. When using this ability, every part that is yet to be broken will increase the damage dealt by the ability, and the ability will enhance the parts that are not weakness broken.
It seems like the best strategy is to weakness break the inner beast parts in resonant states as quickly as possible. Then, Shadow of Fei Xiao is much less dangerous. Attacking the weakness-broken inner beast parts will deal even more damage to Shadow of Fei Xiao.
After completing the trial, you will be able to obtain Auspice Sliver, Ling Sha and Moza's advanced trace materials. Friendly reminder, the advanced trace materials used by General Fei Xiao is Regret of Infinite Okama. Next, I'd like to introduce the new Cauldron Master, who has returned to the Law Fu from the Xiuming, Miss Ling Sha!
Miss Ling Sha is as light and graceful as a wisp of smoke. And she has a very pleasant scent.
You flatter me, Miss Gui. I am a healer, and I've always carried medicinal incense with me. I use fragrances to help me practice medicine, and some of it always ends up sticking to me.
We had a healer on the show last time, but all we could smell was hot pot.
Dr. Jiao Cho focuses on nutrition and food as medicinal therapy. I use incense to diagnose patients and am very sensitive to smell. After all, every person has their own unique scent.
What? Did I hear right? You use smell to diagnose illnesses?
A smell can convey a lot of information. For example, while Mr. Moza's scent is so faint that it's almost imperceptible, it seems to be a combination of fougere and woody notes, concealing many stories underneath. As for Miss Gui, I detect the lively notes of fruit and the refreshing scent of citrus. It must mean Miss Gui has very few worries.
But I'm not really all that amazing.
Cauldron Master, you're amazing! What about me, huh? What do I smell like?
Mr. Albert takes things in stride and is very clever. You have the scent of a very smart bird.
Oh, you. Let's get back on topic. I heard that you returned to the Law Fu this time and urgently taken up the position of head of the Alchemy Commission. What's going on?
To be honest, After the Ambrosial Arbor disaster, the problems in the Lawfu Alchemy Commission that have accumulated over the years have finally come to the surface.
Like rats leaving a sinking ship. Head them off at the pass!
Many healers are obsessed with medical research, but they very rarely communicate with each other.
Whew. The factions and cliques are complicated and deeply entrenched.
Fortunately, I've traveled and studied on many CùNg ships, so I have a deeper understanding of the Commission's current situation.
I've seen a lot of messy things, but it's rare to see something as messy as this.
Wow. The Cauldron Master must deal with a lot of trouble in her daily work, no?
Oh, that's just how work is. These problems can't be addressed or solved in one day, but I do my best.
But since I'm already here, I won't go easy.
Oh, what was it that Chinchua said? When the sky falls, there's always someone tall to hold it up. The Cauldron Master is both tall and capable. No matter how much trouble she faces, she'll be able to handle it.
Then I hope your words ring true, Miss March. Oh, and thank you to Mr. Albert for interpreting for me. The scent of this smart bird definitely has gourmand notes.
I heard that not only is Miss Lingshaw good at identifying people by smell, she is also quite capable in combat.
As a healer, I excel at using incense to heal others, but also weaken enemies. In combat, my skill deals damage to all enemies and restores HP for all allies. Through my talent, my skill summons the incense beast Fuyu. Fuyu launches a follow-up attack during its action, dealing damage to all enemies. It also dispels one debuff from all allies and restores HP.
Oh, this incense beast looks so pink and soft! It's adorable!
It's a creature I created from inside the incense burner, and it helps me in battle. But since it's an incense beast, it dissipates like smoke after a few actions.
Can we make it stay a little longer?
Yes, it's not too difficult. When Fuyu is on the field, I only need to use my skill to increase its number of actions. When I use my ultimate, I deal damage to all enemies and heal all allies. At the same time, I inflict the befog state on all enemies. Enemies in this state also take more break damage. When I use my technique before entering battle, I immediately summon Fuyu at the start of the next battle and inflict befog on all enemies.
A very reliable Cauldron Master. With your help on the team, your allies will be well protected.
Cauldron Master Lingshaw, can I borrow the incense beast?
Oh, even the sound is gone this time! I'm done for. This is the biggest fumble in the history of this program. I'm so done for.
What now? Mr. Moza, could you help us out and introduce yourself?
My name is Moza. I'm General Fei Xiao's Shadow Guard. My work doesn't really lend itself to being in the limelight.
Yeah, we didn't really think that through.
It can't be helped. Mr. Albert, the General said this is Moza's first time doing a media interview. I apologize for his bluntness.
No worries. I just didn't expect such a skilled general to need a shadow guard to protect her.
Mr. Albert hasn't fully grasped the situation. A shadow guard working at the General's side isn't the same as a bodyguard.
Mr. Moza is mainly in charge of gathering intelligence. He helps the General deal with matters that she can't personally deal with.
Could it be? I've heard legends about a crow-feathered weirdo on the Yao Qing. This man fights crime, often hiding in the shadows, taking the heads of his targets. He strikes with extreme brutality and has scared off many people who intend to do evil.
Zhao Cho made that all up. It sounds like there'd be feathers all over the place. That's not me. I clean up after myself.
Oh, you really are a perfectionist, Mr. Moza.
That's right. The general said when they were all eating hot pot at Jiao Chou's place, Jiao Chou went to answer the phone halfway through. When he came back, Moza had already cleaned up the pot and all the bowls.
I did what I needed to.
Mr. Moza, what are you doing?
The floor is dirty.
That feeling of finally eliminating years of stubborn filth. It's indeed refreshing.
As expected of someone with so much initiative. Now, let's take a look at how Mr. Moza performs in battle.
All right.
Mr. Moza is a lightning-type character following the path of the hunt.
Correct.
His skill marks a single enemy as the prey and deals lightning damage to it.
Yes.
Mr. Moza, don't you have anything to add?
Are you asking me to?
No?
All right then. My talent will allow me to enter the departed state while a prey exists on the field.
Fine, I'll continue then. In the departed state, after allies attack the prey, Moza deals additional damage to the prey. Mr. Moza's ultimate deals damage to a single target and launches a follow-up attack.
After I use my technique, I will enter stealth mode. Attacking an enemy in stealth mode increases the damage dealt in combat.
10 steps in and one is slain. 1,000 miles won't stay his pace. The deed is done, his robes are clean. He buries them all and leaves no trace.
There's another advantage of hiding. When you're on a mission, you can avoid getting the area or yourself dirty.
Well, now that we've introduced our guests, let's take a quick break for our sponsors. The program will continue after. All right, dear audience, we now have some special news for you. In version 2.5's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Fei Xiao. The limited 5-star light cone, I venture forth to hunt, will also have a boosted drop rate. In addition, a special warp event will be launched in the first half of 2.5. The limited 5-star characters, Robin, Black Swan, and Kafka, will return at the same time. The limited 5-star light cones, Flowing Night Glow, Patience is All You Need, and Reforged Remembrance will also return. I need to remind everyone that in this special warp event, the warp count for the guaranteed 5-star will be shared among the rerun banners and current limited banner. Switching banners during the warp will not reset the count for the guarantee, and each limited character can only be acquired from their own respective banner. The special warp events will open periodically, giving viewers more opportunities to invite their favorite characters to join the team. And if you don't want to invite them, you can still get more Stellar Jades and trial stages. In version 2.5's second half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Ling Sha. The limited 5-star light cone, Sent Alone Stays True, will also have a boosted drop rate. At the same time, the 4-star light cone, Shadowed by Night, will be available in the second half warp event too. Not to mention the drop rates for the limited 5-star character, Topaz and Numby, and the limited 5-star light cone, Worrisome Blissful, will also be boosted. All right, that's all for our commercial. Our special news. Dear viewers, we'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, dear viewers. Up next, we will be introducing the latest news about the war dance ceremony. But our communications with the on-site reporter haven't been restored.
Leave it to me. Mr. Albert, where is the connection port in the studio?
Huh? What happened?
I brought back the footage.
Hi, Albert. That was so scary. Someone with a hoodie suddenly gave me a hard drive and said something about connecting to the studio. What's going on?
I used a hard drive to bring back March 7th's footage, and I'll use it to send over the studio's footage. It's very simple.
Looks like we can continue the program.
So this is how you solve the problem. Will it not be too difficult for Mr. Mozart to run back and forth like that?
Why? It's just running.
My apologies.
Then thank you for your hard work, Mr. Moza. Hey, March 7th, can you hear me?
Yes, Albert. The highly anticipated war dance is about to begin. And it'll take place on the Sky Splitter right behind me. We're in the port side audience seats on the upper floor of the Sky Splitter. The venue for the competition is just below us. Soon, the most anticipated event, the Luofu Ringmasters match, will be held here. To prepare for the war dance, the Xianzhou Luofu transformed this old military battleship into the venue for the competition. So on the Sky Splitter, you can see many traces of military weapons. Like this huge cannon! This was the main cannon the Sky Splitter was equipped with. It's now used for ceremonial gun salutes. Whenever a ceremony convenes, the Sky Splitter will fire a salute! Apart from the competition venue on the deck, the different cabins on the Sky Splitter have also been transformed into different areas to serve the contestants, tourists, and the media. Farther down, there are more areas like the contestant training area and the Starskiff entry and exit hold. Currently, the war dance is still open for registration. If you're interested in participating, you can sign up in the reception hall. We look forward to everyone coming to the Sky Splitter, March 7th, bringing you this latest report.
Thank you, March 7th. The Luminary War Dance, the highlight of this trip to the Xianzhou, will finally convene in version 2.5.
Totally. Lots of people signed up. Shangshang's participating too. The general also says,
Making friends through martial arts is one of my favorite things to do. If I were allowed to, I'd go and fight a few rounds too.
If the general participated, there'd be nothing to compete for. To keep the competition interesting, the best masters aren't allowed to participate.
I'm guessing that the crew of the Astral Express chose not to participate for the same reason.
Of course! After thinking it through, we decided to keep our reputation a secret and let the Trailblazer play the role of the gray-haired coach who doesn't understand martial arts.
At the same time, a red-haired, iron-armed young man from Belobog has also come to the Xianzhou Luofu.
Is that the planet that was once hidden in a snowstorm? I have heard very little about it. It seems that routes from Belobog to other worlds have now opened up.
That's right. This young man's name is Luca. Now that these routes have been restored, he's come to the war dance with the mission of showing off Belobog's style to the entire cosmos for the first time. He represents the hopes of the entire planet.
The young man is leaving the nest for the first time and will be in an unfamiliar place. If he has no one to guide him, he will likely run into many obstacles.
Don't worry, Miss Ling Sha. Don't forget that the Trailblazer is also coming to the Sky Splitter. Our dear Trailblazer is known for being a kind-hearted person. They'll definitely not sit by and watch an old friend flounder around like a fish out of water. During the war dance, the Trailblazer will become Luca's gold medal coach and fight with him through all the challenges.
According to the intel I've collected, the Luminary War Dance event consists of multiple competitions. In each competition, Contestants must first participate in a point-based tournament to earn points, and only after accumulating a certain number of points will they qualify for the face-off match of that competition.
That's right. Our contestant Luca needs to defeat key opponents in each face-off match one by one before he can face the ringmaster Yin Xing in the final showdown. In order to show that the IPC takes this event seriously, the Inter-Astral Peace Corporation will also participate in the war dance under the guidance of Coach Topaz. They may even face off against Luca in the competition. In addition, Galaxy Ranger Boot Hill and the Knight of Beauty Argenti will appear in the arena in various roles. In every match, the Trailblazer will need to help Luca display his martial prowess to the fullest extent and earn the support of the audience. The two sides of the match will individually earn vibes based on how much the audience supports either side.
So, the audience outside the ring can provide assistance?
It's just increasing audience participation and providing a more immersive experience.
Completing designated actions during the match and achieving highlights will greatly increase your vibes, and conversely cause your opponent's vibes to decrease. When either participant's vibes reach the maximum, the match will enter the enhanced inspiration state. The participant who earns the audience's support will gain stronger buffs and easily win the match.
All right then, March 7th. Is there anything you want to add?
Watching the preparations for the war dance with all of you has my hands itching for more. It just so happens I've learned a few moves from my masters. So why don't I take the opportunity to show them to everyone? Ha! Watch this! How's that? Pretty cool, huh? You better believe I'll reach the top of the war dance with my skills. When that happens, you'll all have to call me Sword Champion March 7th. Oh, ow. Ow, 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 ow.
I don't know if you become Sword Champion, but I do know Sword Champions will hit themselves in the head with their own swords.
Well, I am still learning. But I think that everyone who's coming to participate in the war dance this time will have profound martial arts skills, and we'll all be first-class masters.
That's right. We are all looking forward to enjoying a spectacular war dance ceremony.
I found the problem. This guy chewed through the wires. That's why there was a problem with March 7th's connection.
Isn't this a Tuskfur? I have one too. It is a creature that subsists on memoria. Hugging it while you fall asleep can raise your sleep quality and relieve anxiety and depression.
Such a lively Tuskfur. Does it take after its owner?
This is a little sudden, but its owner is the Trailblazer. That's right. Trailblazers can obtain the pet Tuskfur by completing activities related to the Luminary War Dance and summon it to their side. Hopefully it can cheer you up. Thanks to Mr. Moza for discovering it. Why is my show so unlucky?
The team is currently fixing the line. Let's proceed.
Great! Let's check out the other exciting events this version has to offer. Riding the wave of the war dance ceremony, the Luofu's Realm Keeping Commission has organized a temple fair offering different fair activities at locations like the Artistship Commission, the Shackling Prison, the Sky Splitter, and the Divination Commission.
For instance, the fun inventory arrangement gameplay that Trailblazers loved is making a comeback. Trailblazers will need to stack cargo on star skiffs to reach the shipping targets. Every temple fair activity has both normal and ascension difficulties. After finishing all the normal levels, you can unlock the ascension difficulty.
Complete different activities to collect rewards.
Using the Shackling Prison as a stage for the festival is rather strange.
It's also to spice up the judges' free time with some fun cultural activities and bring everyone closer together. and that's not all. There's also a fresh update to the Divergent Universe. This time, the Divergent Universe brings us new curios, weighted curios, and occurrences, along with some tweaks having been made to existing equations, weighted curios, and blessings. The goal is to provide Trailblazers with a wider range of battle experiences and gameplay modes. The adventure domain in the Divergent universe now features Cowboy Showdown and Surging Firepower challenges. Each challenge has different objectives, wherein Trailblazers need to achieve the highest scores possible to earn adventure rewards. During the challenges, reward targets such as Cosmic Fragment targets and Curio targets will randomly appear. Smashing these targets will grant corresponding rewards, adding bonuses to the trials.
This thing is interesting. It seems to improve eyesight and agility. Mr. Morza, would you like to give it a try? If not, I'm up next.
Direct face-offs don't suit me. If I must pick one, it'll be Surging Firepower.
Yeah! Since you're here, why not join the fun? We've added Adventure Arcade near the Divergent Universe's activation device on the Radiant Feldspar. In the arcade, you can try out a variety of new and old adventure modes. Miss Ling Shaw, if you've got some extra time on your hands, you should give it a try too.
I'll definitely check it out after work.
Aside from that, Dr. Ratio has added more path equations to the Divergent universe, allowing Trailblazers to explore even more trails. The synchronicity level has also been increased to level 80, and the research of geniuses and Mennonites continues.
Oh!
That's not all. The Divergent universe has also added 2 new planar ornaments, Lushaka, the Sunken Seas, and the wondrous Banana Amusement Park. In the next update, players can look forward to the release of Stagnant Shadow's Shape of Mechwolf and Stagnant Shadow's Shape of Gloam. By completing the challenge, you can obtain the Lightning-type character Ascension Material, Nail of the Beast Coffin, and the Wind-type character Ascension Material, A Glass of the Besotted Era. These materials will be used by Masters Moza and Facial respectively. The Planar Fisher and Rome with the Strange events are also making a comeback. Viewers, be sure to grab those double rewards. Whew.
All that info in one breath. Take it easy on yourself, Albert.
Whew. That's work for you. Let's take a short break. There are even more great things ahead. Welcome back, everyone. Now that we've come to the end of the show.
I thought there was more to come. It's already the end of the show.
Here comes the exciting part. What the audience loves most. The never-ending, never-absent gift of Odyssey! What? Why aren't you saying anything? Before the guests always shouted that with me!
You're right. That's actually pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Also in version 2.5, we've added new system optimizations for our audience.
Oh, tell us about it.
Version 2.5 introduces a new pre-battle difficulty selection feature and the option to reselect the difficulty after a failed battle. Trailblazers can choose between casual mode and normal mode when facing formidable enemies. If you want a more laid-back adventure, Trailblazers can opt for the casual mode.
Is it using some type of secret instrument to weaken enemies?
It's dimensional tech. You could also call it metaverse tech.
Finally connected! The show hasn't finished yet, right?
Not yet. We're just about to say goodbye to everyone.
Aww. It's been a really really long day. Well, at least I managed to catch the end. I'd like to express my gratitude to Interastral Peace Media, the War Dance Ceremony organizers, my 2 masters, and most importantly, the Trailblazers for their encouragement.
March 7th! Get it out with the acceptance speech!
I saw that other shows always end with a lot of thank yous. Anyway, I look forward to seeing everyone on the Sky Splitter and wish all of the contestants the best of luck.
March nailed it. I could never say it that nicely. And at the end of the show, General Fei Xiao asked me to deliver these words to everyone. From providing testimonies to being entangled in the shackling prison incident, the Trailblazers are valued guests of the Alliance, who have come to our aid numerous times, only to face dangers repeatedly. There is undoubtedly a shortcoming in our hospitality, and we take full responsibility. We will swiftly address this crisis and provide a vibrant war dance for everyone to enjoy. At the same time, I would like to take this opportunity to present a small gift to the Trailblazer on behalf of the CùNg Alliance, wishing them a smooth journey ahead. Should the Astral Express face any difficulties in the future, don't hesitate to reach out. The Yao Qing is always ready to help.
Great! Thank you, General Fei Xiao. Thank you, CùNg Alliance. Let's all look forward to the opening of the war dance together. Catch you all in the next episode. Bye!
Wait, March? There's something behind you.
Huh? What? Hey, isn't that...
If Albert's on the Sky Splitter, then who's this sitting here?
Someone here wants double pay.
I really hope you understand where I'm coming from. I have a strong desire to improve myself.
See? There you go again.